Hello, everybody. Welcome to the third episode of the podcast. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. We're not really sure what we're going to talk about because we didn't really discuss in advance, but we're just kind of wing it. Hello, welcome in. By the way, everybody for joining us, thank you for the support. Thank you for the subscribers. We actually hit 1,000 subscribers. Hugger.
We hit 1,000!
It's crazy. Thank you.
Let's go.
It's crazy.
Actually, huge. That's huge.
And
Thank you.
it seems like everybody so far that's talked to me about the podcast, if they have seen it, they were telling me they enjoyed it. So I think that's pretty awesome. I just wanted because when we first decided to make this podcast, in my mind, it was just because I wanted a place to hang out and really nothing too much. So I don't know where this is going, but it's been fun for us. So thank you, everybody, for the support. Appreciate it.
It's been amazing. Thank you. Thank you. We really have no idea what we're talking about today, do we?
No.
No.
I just woke up. If I'm okay, here's the thing that I was curious about as soon as we hopped on the call.
Okay.
Feng, where are you going?
I'm getting ready for New York Comic Con.
Oh, jealous.
Yeah.
Is it like, you bought the ticket or,
I'm going with Hoyo actually for
really?
Genshin Impact.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's go. Wait, that's huge. Congrats.
Thank you.
I'm assuming.
I'm gonna be
Cheers.
cosplaying, and then we're gonna be giving out Paimon hats to people. Apparently,
Wait, is that the thing that covers your face, like the big thing? I think I saw.
so, yeah.
I think I saw the image.
Wait, what?
I was kind of like,
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
heck?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a thing that it's
It's like a paper thing, like when you go to like pizzerias, like during your birthday, and then they give you like a crown or something
Yeah.
like that. I feel like,
that's funny. That's cool.
yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
So you're cosplaying? Are you,
Yes, I am.
What are you cosplaying?
Yaimiko, baby.
Hey,
The OG,
return.
the
That's awesome.
classic.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
I should have.
I mean, honestly, I was gonna cosplay as Miss Hina, but I feel like her dress is a bit too grand. And recently, it's been raining a lot over here, and I just don't want her dress or the train to, get wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. Actually, I heard it's pretty crazy over there.
Oh yeah, I got
I don't know
rained
if my
on like right
family-
before.
Ah,
Are you?
So, yeah.
Do you know what? Like, I've never been to a Comic-Con. I've been to conventions, but not Comic-Con. What's the difference?
More comics.
Like actual comic books, I'm assuming. Like,
Yeah. The thing is, I don't know. Yeah, I've never been to Comic Con either. All I know is that Marvel and DC is like the biggest.
what are you
thing,
laughing over
basically.
no, I was choking.
Oh, Comic-Con, of course, is comic books. Oh my god.
I mean,
God.
yeah, exactly. I feel like there's less of like an anime realm and more so of like actual like, comics and like cartoons and things like that.
So,
A little more Americanized in my opinion, but I might be wrong.
so you said like things like Marvel and DC. It's like
Yeah.
I'm surprised Genshin's like being represented. Strangely.
That's what I said too.
Huh.
I mean, I guess it's like, a good
They want
opportunity
the Western market.
Yeah. to expand and just get traction.
I'm sitting here
Yeah.
like, dude, they have like 10 chapters of manga. That's it. I don't know if they deserve a Comic-Con spot, but what it is what it is.
I mean, in fair, well, I don't think I'm pretty confident Honkai's not there. But
hmm
they have a lot of Honkai manga. In fairness,
Yeah.
That's true.
If they go,
Yeah.
I understand. But Genshin, I'm actually waiting for more. But I don't know if they're gonna do it because usually, from my understanding, when they make mangas before the game releases, strictly for promotional purposes.
Right.
But I really wish they continue it. But we'll see.
I feel
Same.
like if there's any game out of Hoyoverse that will go to Comic Con, it's probably Zenless Zone Zero.
Yeah, I can see
Like
that.
if you see the intro with all the like
Dude.
comics
Yes,
style.
I was. It
Yeah.
feels like there's there maybe not an American team, but an American like comic inspired team.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very like the expressions are anime is very expressive.
yeah.
Comics are like almost kinda ridiculous. I don't know if that's the word. You know what I mean? It's
Exaggerated?
like,
Uh-huh.
oh yeah,
Much more exaggerated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Zenless kind of reminds me of that just a bit.
Yeah, I mean, even the theme, like when we first got into like the intro of the game, it's like spy, you're like running from
Yeah.
people, and then like
Mhm.
all of that. Yeah.
I'm so excited for that game. I miss it so
Me
much.
too.
Uh,
Me too.
I want to play.
I can't wait for that game to come out.
The-
I love the storytelling of it. The way it's got like the comic book strip style, and then it goes to the cinematic, and then it cuts to the dialogue, and then back to the comic book style. It's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
So do you know who else that's going that you know? Like personally, are you gonna go with people, other creators or something?
Well, by the time this podcast comes out, it's like it's gonna be like Monday, right?
Yeah.
So I think, I'm not sure yet, but so far I know that Ziox is going, and I know another friend that's going, but I don't think they're going with like anyone. They're just like cosplaying. Yeah.
Just to hang out.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun. What? So I'm assuming it's in New York. So
Yeah.
for the whole weekend, is it?
Yeah. It's actually from Thursday till Sunday.
Oh,
So there's 4 days in total. Yeah.
Man, okay.
The interesting thing is it's on the same weekend as TwitchCon, which is why a lot of people are actually not going.
I see.
Yeah,
So-
I was like, it's kind of weird, and I feel like it's got to be tough for them to choose between TwitchCon and Comic Con.
Yeah.
I think
So-
Aaron's going. I don't know if he is for sure, but he tweeted that his flight to New York got delayed. So I was like, oh,
Oh no.
are you going to Comic Con? Sponsored? Maybe, possibly, coincidence? I don't know.
Maybe.
Right?
I would love to go just to see what Comic Con is about. I just
We should go. We're doing it. I like it.
literally like tomorrow just
Get
go up.
Yeah, we're just going to go tomorrow. Buy a ticket.
Last minute tickets are easy to get.
Mm. Well-
Unlike Anime NYC.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
If I remember
Oh.
correctly, the entire weekend pass was sold out the month after.
Oh.
Not even a month, couple weeks after it was out for sale. And this was like 6-7 months ago.
Weekend Pass actually was sold out the day it came out.
A day it came out.
Holy
Yeah.
hell. Wait, for
Yeah.
real?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And this was like 6-7 months ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked because I was like, wait, it's in November. Why are they selling the tickets now?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I got time. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to really think about it. And then boom, it sold out.
People are sitting
So-
there like they're trying to buy tickets for a K-pop concert or something. Just like,
Bro,
Yo.
they really are sold out. I guess
If I had known, oh my god, I would whip out my ticketing skills so fast.
have you been to any K-pop concerts? I'm
Of
just curious.
course.
Which ones?
BTS.
Okay.
It's literally the
wait,
worst.
are you a BTS fan?
Yes, I am.
Mm.
Wait, for real? For
I
real?
am Proud Army. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't really stand them the same way I do before anymore because I just there's just so much content and I haven't been able to catch up. But
From BTS?
I swear to God, BTS sells out within like 30 seconds. Like a
Damn.
whole stadium
who's
worth of tickets.
who's that guy that raps? The main rapper.
Which one?
He speaks English.
There's three.
He speaks like
Wait, there's
really
a
good
rapper?
English.
What?
There's three rappers.
Yeah, but he speaks like he's
I don't
very
know nothing.
fluent in English. If I remember.
He's
Oh,
rap enthusiast, so I might
RM.
become a BTS fan.
Rap Monster, that's his name.
RM. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I'm not. I'm a zoomer now. I get it. I remember Rap Monster. He's cool because I like rapping. But yeah, it's funny because last week my sister came home and she was like, "Hey, I went to a K-pop concert," and she's part of the army. She's part of the army.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
Hey.
"Yo, did you go to BTS concert?" She's like, she looked at me and she's like, "No." You know how hard it is to get their tickets? I'm like, "Oh, true." And then she's like, "I went to 17 concert." And I know 17. I watched some of their videos. I'm like, "Oh, do you like 17?" And she's like, "I actually don't know any of them. I just went." I'm like, "What? Why'd
That's
you
the best,
go?"
right? Good first experience.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That was pretty interesting. I would love to go to a K-pop
I love
concert.
17.
I like
17 was my first K-pop group.
who's the I think his name's Uzi, the short one.
Uzi? Yeah.
He's cool. I like him.
He
Wait,
makes
there-
all the songs for 17.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. They're like a self-produced K-pop group, basically. Like they make all the choreos, they make all the songs themselves and everything.
Wait, that's crazy. I always
Yeah.
thought like every K-pop group like
Oh,
that
yeah.
got outsourced by like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
agency or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Do
Actually.
you think that's true or it's a publicity statement? Because you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean, honestly. Like, it's a way to stand out. I mean, it was like one of their main promotional, things that they did. But Uzi is genuinely like so well known within that industry now for his songwriting skills that it can't really be a hoax at this rate.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then like there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, so you kind of see like you literally see the members like choreograph like every single step, and they're like, okay, is this good? Okay, let's go with this one, and stuff like that.
I would love to see like a behind the scenes like documentary or
Yeah,
like just like a mini
personally.
series of one of them. That'd be so dope.
If you guys
Right?
never seen,
I actually
like,
think it.
go ahead,
Mhm.
go ahead.
No, I just think the company is saving money by doing that, but whatever.
True.
So yeah. Yeah, what were you saying, Island?
Oh, I was just gonna say nothing because I forgot.
What
Shit.
the heck?
That's why I went
Yo,
quiet. I was like, you were saying
The
something,
boomer
but
brain.
Oh,
my God.
Oh, now I'm frustrated. Oh god.
And now he's frozen. Okay.
something about the
Oh.
documentary.
Oh,
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say, if
Mm.
anybody listening to this, I've never seen like a 17 like music, not particularly for their music, but their music videos. Their choreograph and the dances almost makes me feel like they're freaking machines because they're so. I don't understand how they do it.
They're so
Basically,
synchronized, aren't they?
It's insane,
yeah.
and I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is not possible. I feel like I'm watching like a like an animated characters of like like copy and pasted characters of movement or something. It's just insane.
Yeah. No, yeah, I get it.
But that,
And also, not gonna lie, the music video editing is also really good.
yeah,
Damn, yeah, I'm looking at it. Their production quality is insane.
it's
Mhm.
really good. Lately, not even lately, last like 5-6 years, specifically K-pop music videos, just like production is just insane.
Oh yeah.
I
yeah,
just can't believe it. It's like I'm watching a movie, but better.
Mhm.
It's weird.
can't.
This is the level we gotta edit vlogs, Island.
No.
We're slacking. Bro, this dude just shot a quarter and then transitioned to like a different scene and someone catching.
Oh,
This-
Oh, I know which
Like,
video you're
that's so-
talking about.
I know exactly which
do you
music
know which
video
one I'm
you're
talking about?
watching.
It's
yeah.
so good. What the heck?
Yeah.
I mean, if we were to edit a vlog like that, people would get seizures, bro. It's like it's so fast. It's like on a different level of like super retention editing. No way. It's so professionally done. There's no way we can even think about mimicking it, dude.
Dude, that looks crazy, actually. What the heck?
Yeah.
I can just imagine like your screen like flashing like black and white and black and white. It's like, oh my god, is Senora actually alive? It's like dun dun dun.
Dude, and oh my god, I can see it in a K-pop edited version. It would be very entertaining.
They gotta have like drones for
Yeah.
how they do these shots
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they turn around so fast.
Yeah.
If I
Their production
remember,
quality is insane.
long time ago, back in my day,
Back in your day.
when,
There he goes. All right.
I remember
Kids, sit down.
when they were
Yep.
shooting like production videos instead of
Mm.
using drones. Obviously, they didn't have drones back then, so that I don't know what they're called. It's like a big crane camera.
Oh, yeah. They use that for the iPhone 14, I think.
So
It's like this, it's like an arm, and then
Yeah.
you attach it to like a camera, and it just like, it piston pivots from one direction to the next.
it's like that, except it was huge, like a crane. All
Oh.
super old school. Like you go to like a studio and they got like somebody controlling it at the bottom. It's a huge crane, but now they don't need that kind of stuff because they just got drones. I'm like, it's so cool because they can do whatever they want with the drone. Do flips, who knows?
That's true. Yeah, and it's probably cheaper.
we should buy a drone.
Dude, we talked about this.
I know we talked about
Oh
this.
my
And that's
God.
like now that I'm seeing it, I'm like, yo, wait, this actually looks kind of fun.
Bro, UD is so spontaneous. It's actually hilarious to me. It's like out of nowhere. He's like, yeah, we should do that.
Yo, okay, so what was it? LA convention.
LA, yeah.
I think it was a week before, maybe a few days before I flew out. I called UD and I was like, hey, bro, I know this is going to sound crazy, but
Oh,
I want a drone for certain shots for the vlog. Do you think it's worth it? And then he goes, yo, I was thinking the same thing.
no.
And I thought I was crazy, but he was just like, "Oh, I was thinking the same thing. It looks cool." Like,
yeah, it's like the same thing. Let's do it.
and
And
then
then we learn LA.
you can't do it. Yeah,
You can't do it in LA. They got a ton of like permits that you got to get, and you need permission in this area and a different permit for this area, and it's a pain in the butt.
it's
to fly a single drone?
yeah. The way it
That's
works
crazy.
is, I think, does it sound about right? 3 ounces?
Yeah,
Is it 3 ounces? That's,
it's 3 ounces, and then like certain districts in the city make it so that you can't
wait, 3 ounces
you
sounds
can't-
too small. 3 pounds? Is it pounds?
3 pounds. It's pounds.
Yeah,
ounces is liquid. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a limit of the drone. If it's over a certain amount of weight, you have to go literally register it with the federal what is it? FAA. Basically,
What the heck?
the reason why I know this is part of my job. The Federal Aviation Association. So, in America, it's like flights, like airplanes, they have to make sure that people don't cross paths and all that stuff. Because drones can go really high and like really fast, it messes up with like communication and like airplane stuff at times if you're not careful. So if it's like over a certain size, you have to register it, which is a pain in the butt. But that's why some drone manufacturers purposefully make the drone just under the weight classification to get rid of it. So I was looking into it. I wanted to buy it, but then I was actually very close. There was like a really good model, but then there's also a different thing you have to check where you have to like go check with the state events. You have to get it like
because there's certain businesses and corporations that don't want you both filming or having a obstruction in the area during certain times. It's a pain in the butt. It's a whole process.
and LA's particularly worse with it, apparently, like downtown LA.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
that flew out. My idea was completely ruined, and I couldn't get.
it flew out like a drone.
I hate it here.
Dude, I wasn't even
again.
thinking about it. Oh my god. But yeah,
Sorry.
I wanted a drone, but sadly, I couldn't get it. It was not usable because
Aw.
I wanted to even use it inside the convention center,
Mhm.
but it's
Oh.
apparently very dangerous because there's so many people on the floor.
Yeah. And you got to know how to use it too, because those things shoot
Yeah.
really fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing that I didn't, because if I remember, that place was packed. I'm just like,
Oh, dude.
there's no point.
Anime Expo was like a can of sardines, except there was no air pocket anywhere. It was just
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
I just remember taking couple shots for like 10 minutes, and then I looked at my fiance. I'm like, let's get out of here. And then we like went outside, like just sat down for like an hour and a half. And then I'm just like, okay, now I'm re-energized. Let's go for another 5-minute shot. Go. It's like a repeating thing. 'Cause there's so many people.
Oh my god.
I think it's getting worse. These conventions, with the amount of people, especially the big ones.
Dude, I think Genshin's partly to blame. Like Anime NYC kind of blew my mind. So many people go with Genshin in mind. It's kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah. The amount of Genshin cosplayers alone, you can tell by the like ratio of like how much there are.
It's
Oh my
wild.
goodness. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like actually insane.
I was talking about this on stream the other day, and
Mhm.
there's a lot of I realized there's a lot of people who are interested in Genshin as a game, but because you go to conventions, there's a lot of cosplayers and a lot of like fans.
Mhm.
But I was just really curious on what percentage of the people actually play like on a daily basis. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Because
Mhm.
I feel like nothing against them, because you can still enjoy something without playing.
Right.
But I felt like a lot of artists, they just enjoy the characters and character designs more so than actually playing the game.
True.
So
I could see that.
that got me very interested, because I played the game.
I know a few artists that don't play Genshin nor care for it, besides a few cool characters that just look cool. But they have a whole Genshin catalog
Yeah,
because it makes a ton of money when people come in. So
It sells well.
yeah.
more power to
cannot
them.
lie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would that
I mean,
would that just be for Genshin? I wonder. I wonder if Zenless might replicate the same thing because their characters are cool.
I don't think so, because Zenless kind of locked itself in like the, and we'll get like a little bit of variety here and there, but for the most part, it's like modern, urban, street culture, city vibe, whereas Genshin can go anything because of all the different regions and styles, and it just appeals to a more general audience. You know?
I guess so.
Hmm.
I am very curious. We'll see. I'm very excited for Zenless to come out. This is obviously going to turn into another Hoyoverse episode, it seems.
I mean, actually, if we want to talk about like reasons why, I know a lot of friends who, you know, like create content around like Genshin characters without really playing Genshin, because there are two things. Number one is there's too much content and they can't finish it. They can't complete it.
I hear that a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm. Number two is they don't want to be involved with the fandom, which is something I think is really interesting. But I understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And it's like a touchy subject, but I feel like overall, it's like sometimes the people that create content for a certain medium don't really vibe with the fandom of that medium. And so they just kind of like enjoy from a distance. So I think that's like a really interesting thing. But yeah.
Do you think like it's because we have like that bias to see negativity before like positive? So like, you know, the saying, one bad comment ruins your day, but 15 good comments like doesn't have the same impact. You know what I mean? Like that study.
Honestly, yeah, but well, the thing is, I feel like, you know, everybody has a different experience with like how they interact with a certain fandom and like where they interact with a certain fandom.
True.
Yeah, there's definitely the 1% comment. Have you heard of that before? Where it's like, for example, if a fandom is, you know, like in every fandom, there's always going to be like 1% of like horrible fans who like the same medium, but are like horrible people.
Yes.
If the fandom is bigger, that 1% is obviously going to be bigger.
Huge. Yep.
Right. So I think... how big it is compared to a lot of other games, I guess, you know, like it's really, it's not difficult to run into someone who is like a horrible person who also enjoys Genshin.
100%.
I wonder
if
it's also with that light, there's also, I feel like at times, it's not even particularly because of toxicity. Maybe there's a possibility they just don't want to be within the fandom. Is that like a possibility also? You know what I mean? Because like it's more like they don't mind. They just want to keep to themselves, so they don't really like get.
Oh, I won't say anyone, but I do know some people that they just want to like make their own stuff and share it, but that's it. They don't want like neither the good nor the bad, right? It's not just the bad. They don't want the good either. They just kind of want to
they're just
do
chilling.
their own thing.
They're just chilling.
Yeah, they're just chilling. But because they make content for it, or they draw or make music or whatever it is, right?
Right. Like, of course, it's going to attract people who also enjoy that content. Right.
Dude.
Yeah.
Explain this to me. Why does Genshin, honestly, aesthetically, I understand it's an anime game, but why does it have such a huge fandom that's not even like particularly who plays the game? Why is this way?
Because of
design?
Have you seen Raiden A? No, I'm kidding.
I mean, true. I genuinely think it's because like of the high quality designs, and also it caters to so many different people. Like I have actually a lot of my friends who like are not even interested in anime culture or like Japanese culture or just like, you know, like creative like Asian culture plays Genshin because they think it's interesting, and it like it caters, it kind of like dips into a lot of different realms at the same time. So it's like it's not difficult to get into, I feel like.
That's so interesting. Is anime getting a little bit more, what's the word, less like, lack of better term, hated on in recent years?
Yes, dude.
Definitely.
1000%.
Oh my god, definitely.
Yo,
Speaking from experience.
As
Yes.
a kid?
All right, here we go.
Anime?
I want both of your experiences growing up with anime and your okay.
So for starters, I actually didn't know what anime was until like I watched anime. I didn't know what it was though until like junior year of high school.
Like you've seen some like animation on TV, but like you didn't really understand the culture.
I didn't know the culture.
Yeah.
It was dubbed in English, and I was like, oh, cartoon, cool. Yeah. And then I started streaming on Twitch, and then my Twitch chat, which was like 5-10 people at the time, right? They taught me everything, and I was like, oh, I see. But yeah, dude, the culture back then though was like, ugh, if you liked certain shows or like just the anime culture in general, you got bullied by because back then it was more
really bullied.
Yo, yeah. Well, at least in New York City, I can't vouch for like other areas, but in New York City, it was definitely heavily ostracized for a while.
That's okay.
And now it's flipped.
It's funny how that works.
Crazy.
Yeah,
honestly.
It's pretty crazy actually.
Yeah.
Like, I guess there are people out there that are like trying to get into the anime world, but they just don't know where to start because it's so massive. But like because they don't know, I think for anime, you can learn it, but it's a long process of growing with it. As in, so
I agree.
You know, to 100%. Get used to it, right? So I feel like people can't like the anime overnight or get into the culture overnight, and they feel almost like what's the word, like not rejected but like alone before they actually really get into the culture.
Is the word alienated?
Yeah.
Kinda.
I think so.
It's funny how it's backwards now because it's like,
no, actually now everyone's like trying to drag each other in, like, oh, you don't watch anime? Well, let me show you.
Yeah, because so many people are so passionate. Dude. I could go to anybody that likes anime. It's like, yo, recommend me a good anime. They can go on for like an hour.
Yo,
I do the same thing. So that's really interesting. Feng, how'd you start like learning about anime?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, the thing is, I grew up in Thailand, right?
Yeah.
And Thailand is pretty obsessed with Japanese culture. So I did grow up watching like animes and stuff but like I wasn't really invested in it myself.
Okay.
Until like I kind of when I started learning English when I was like I think like 12 to 13, that's when like I found out about YouTube, and then that's when I actually started like watching anime. And oh my god, back in the day we would have like literally like an episode of Naruto, but it would be like out of nowhere it would come as Naruto episode 24, but like part 1 fan subbed,
right?
And it would just be the most horrible subbed episode that would cut out in the middle of nowhere. And you like if you watch part 2, there's no part 3, like you can't find it. It's like actually insane. But that was kind of like the culture that I grew up with. And then like I watched a lot of like AMVs, I think, where it's just like a compilation of things that are happening. That kind of inspired my art style a lot. And the thing is, when I started drawing then, that's really like what like made me start liking to draw. When I started drawing then, a lot of my friends or a lot of people in my school were kind of like, what are you drawing? Like, is that anime art? Like, are you drawing anime art? And it was just like that kind of, I don't know, a little tone that they had where they're like, why are you not painting? Why are you not sculpting? You know, why are you like sketching anime art? Like, why are their eyes so big? Why is the head so big? And things like that. And it just like, it kind of became a thing where I got used to like people just being like, oh yeah, she's the one that draws anime art. Like out of nowhere. But, it was, kind of like recently, I think like especially during the pandemic, people actually they didn't have anything to do. So they were just trying to watch things and get into things. And I think that's when like things actually became huge. One thing I remember is like back when like, you know, we had like the YouTube days and like the reaction videos and stuff. And like we saw like people trying to react to like Attack on Titan. That's when like some like things like really went big and people started actually talking about like Japanese animation and things like that. And then people actually, I don't know, like, in my opinion, it felt like the West actually began paying attention to Asia in a way, or East Asia in a way. And that's when like the rise of K-pop happened as well.
Right.
So I think like all together just kind of combined, and then like people started to appreciate a lot of the crafts and mediums that Asia had to provide. So yeah.
What anime do you think? because I know there's a lot of good animes, like, you know, good older ones, like Full Metal Alchemist is one. Like, it's just goated, right? But
Still haven't seen it.
I can't believe this. I can't believe what I'm hearing.
What are you doing?
I know. I keep hearing that it's like the epitome
really
of.
good.
It's really good. Really? Okay.
Brotherhood is really good.
Everyone says Brotherhood is like a must watch.
I will
You're
say,
gonna cry.
Yeah, you will cry, but me knowing your personality, I think it's gonna be one of your favorite animes you ever watch.
What? Okay.
Because it's all about like there's really good action, there's really good story, but
Brotherhood.
Yeah, it's
siblings.
It's literally
I'm a sucker for siblings.
It's
so,
literally
yeah.
about family in a bigger scope. So it's pretty insane. I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
But going back to the question, Brotherhood is pretty old now, if I remember. But I don't think it was a good anime, but I don't think it was the anime that essentially introduced anime itself into the wider Western market. Because there's like a timing of things, right? They were obviously popular even when I was younger, but what do you think of anime that happened within like maybe the last 5-10 years that really amplify the introduction of anime to like literally everybody? Do you have
Attack on Titan and My Hero Academia?
Oh, yes, same
Yeah.
page, 100%. Yeah, My Hero especially is like that show for like the Western audience is so huge.
It's like perfect for
Exactly.
the Western audience.
because it's an anime,
But it's about heroes.
but it's about heroes, action packed, and then they even have like comic effects.
Yeah.
That's you see in like American comics, right?
Yeah.
So the Western audience is like, oh, superhero, Batman, kinda, not really, but I can kind of vibe and get into this, you know?
Yeah.
Also, potential hot take, maybe. I noticed as a kid, we had a lot more like shows kind of like Avatar and more matured, I guess, cartoon shows. And then as I got older, I noticed the shows that were coming out for that age group started to become a little more memey, I think is the word.
What do you mean?
Like, wouldn't explore complex stories the way that Avatar does to that extent, if that makes sense. So, like, best example would be like Gumdrop Ball. It's been a while since I've even paid attention.
Isn't it that just because
Gumball? Wait.
Gumball.
Wait.
It's like
No,
Gumball. Do you know what I'm
Gumball's
talking
actually pretty complex. I was thinking of things like Chowder or something.
Chowder, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah. There was a whole like era of like those shows kind of being, the word isn't copy pasted, but that trend becoming very popular, right?
very prevalent?
Right around the time when anime started to grow like all across the region and get a lot more popularity. So I feel like maybe that was the transition there for like the Western audience. Maybe. I don't know.
So you're saying the complex story is what helped and nurture like the audience? Is that what you're saying?
Not just a story, but it's a mix of like complex story and basic action combat tropes that kind of pulled people in and
I guess
helped them appreciate the medium a lot more, you know?
I am very
Interesting.
curious now I think about this because I grew up on anime. I didn't really join in or witness like that bloom firsthand, like that boom of that particular timing. I mean, maybe it is the story. I don't know, because there were good story anime even before. But specifically, the instances that you said, it might have been just good timing. Who knows? I mean, if you guys think, let us know if you have an opinion on this, because it's very curious.
If you're an anime historian, please give us the full rundown in the comments, because I don't really know. I got into it super late.
Hold on a minute. If you make a YouTube channel called Anime Historian, now I think about it, you'll do so well.
Dude, actually, wait, that would be pretty damn good. I don't know if we have.
I know there's review channels and there's conversation channels.
But is there like one that like tries to tackle
history of anime?
The history of anime.
Maybe there's certain videos, but not like a channel.
I do think Giga has probably made a video about it or something like that. And like Mother's Basement, probably. Yeah.
That's.
I mean,
I want to look into this more. Look into this more because now it's become a cultural thing that case studies for like a history for it will be very fascinating. I would think. But dude, I don't know if it's still common, this bullying situation with anime in high school. Because when I was there in high school, I have witnessed it firsthand. Like,
was the one being bullied.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it still exists. I'm sure, because I loved anime, but I never told anybody because I was like a closet nerd. And there was like little clubs at my high school where I could obviously tell they liked anime because they are dressed in like anime outfits. Like, you know, there's some dress hoodies that with like a Full Metal Alchemist emblem or something like that. And, you know, I was like, oh, that guy likes Full Metal Alchemist pogs, but I can't talk to him because I'm a super closet nerd. Right? I was scared. And they had like little clubs around it, but they were kind of shunned by the majority of people in school, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's still common. I don't know because it's been a minute since I went to high school, but
I don't think so. My younger siblings tell me that it's now the opposite, where like now it's like counterculture is very popular.
Really?
Yeah, and if you like at least where I'm at right now, which is Austin, and if you like mainstream, like you're now the one being bullied. If that makes
mainstream
sense.
For what?
Huh.
Like just anything. So like
a normie?
Yeah. Okay. Well, it could be for like any genre though. So for example, I love rap, right? And if someone were to say, "Oh, you like rap? I'm a huge Jay-Z fan." He's like one of the biggest names. Yeah. So like you would be shunned for like just being a mainstream.
Being basic?
Yeah, exactly. Like basic in any way. So it could be with art, it could be with rap, it could be with opera music. I don't know.
It's like people test your waters. It's like, all right, which anime?
Right, like
yeah, exactly.
Show me the iceberg. Oh my god.
So, and that's like, that's weird. I even saw like if you're watching this, I doubt it. My younger brother like kind of get into this whole, well, if it's popular, then I can't like it, even if he likes it. But because that's what's getting popular, which is weird.
That's how I feel about things like Bleach. Even though I like it, I like Bleach. But you know, there's a stigma around like the little bit of an older like
100%
big animes. There's like Bleach. There's a couple other ones like
One Piece,
Naruto,
Hello?
One Piece.
I want to get into One Piece and I can't. I've tried.
Watch One Piece.
Dude, it's like 800 episodes or something.
It's 1,000 and
good lord. I'm trying, and every time I've tried, I can't get into it because the first season is just like it's a slog. But
really old.
Listen, I saw some like new clips that came out. Good lord, it's some of the hypest looking like. Shit, like, I'm like, dude, I don't even know what's going on, but good lord, this looks so damn good.
Actually, that kind of reminds me of something. We were talking about how, like, we don't know why people liked anime a lot. I swear it's because of the animation and the hype that it gives. Like, I don't think cartoons really have that, but like, like the buildup of like action, of fighting.
The art of hype.
Right. It's like, I don't know. I don't ever see people like not talk about hype when it comes to anime. When you see Attack on Titan and like the Titan literally coming over the wall, like everybody is yelling, everybody's screaming. When like One Piece, like, I don't know, a character launches like their final punch towards like a villain, like everybody's like hyped and like the room is like crazy. I think that's like something that I don't really see in any other medium as much.
Right.
So maybe that might be something. The adrenaline rush is definitely there.
100%.
I remember Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Yo, dude.
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball was hype, yo. Oh my lord.
I'm talking about like when Gohan fought Cell, and I'm just like, 100%.
Goku went against like Vegeta in the days. Dude. Oh, bro.
It's like you live to watch 30 episodes of them conversation and like charging up, and then the fight happens at one episode and you're just sitting for that one episode. It's like, I can't wait.
Yeah.
That is huge hype. Funnily enough, nowadays animes, because they're so done, like production is so done, like, you know how they have cores? I guess that's what they're called. They have like 12 episode seasons, and then there's like a second core, and then it's broken down a little bit of a smaller chunk than it used to be. Because
which is interesting, but
funding and also lack of artists.
yeah, and I think that kind of takes away from that. I don't want to say old school like hype, but
Like the ongoing
Yeah.
episodes type. Yeah.
it's like, but there are really good animes that are shorter because I think a lot of that story was already good to begin with from like, you know, novels or something like that. But I see a lot of less super build up hype. It exists, but it's a lot less, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like I recently watched Edge Runner, Cyberpunk Edge Runner.
oh my god, dude!
I haven't watched it yet. No spoilers. No spoilers. I mean, I know a little bit, but
No spoilers, but all I will say is to
Studio
my parents,
Trigger.
Studio Trigger is fantastic, and they killed it. But I can't go into specifics. That is the childhood my mom and dad pulled me out of multiple times.
Oh, so it like resonated with you a lot.
So, dude, I like to a T. It was actually like I had chills the entire time watching, especially because the dude's name is David Martinez. He's Hispanic, so like,
True.
yeah, and like, I could gush about that show all day long, but yeah, I'm biased though. I relate to it too much.
There are animes like that where even though it's really short, it's just so good. And the hype isn't really like a build-up hype. It's like it's like an experience. The entirety of it was hype, if that makes sense. Like what's that one anime called on Netflix? Dorohedoro, right?
Dorohedoro?
Yeah, that wasn't like. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Is that the one with Kaimon? Like the freaking lizard head?
Yes.
Okay, Dorohedoro, yes.
That was also
I don't know that one.
It's basically animes. It's like a little bit shorter on the shorter side. There's probably more seasons in the future, I hope, but
yeah,
it's
season 2 is
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That also isn't really like a build up hype. It has a build up in the story, but it's more attractive because the whole experience from start to finish is just so good, right?
Right.
Same with like Spy Family, for example. It's not like a super action-based anime, but start from finish, it's just like, I just love what I'm watching. I like this world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very well curated for like just 12 episodes or 24 episodes, yeah.
Yeah. But besides Cyberpunk, well, I guess even Cyberpunk, they have some kind of a backstory already solidified in like a very interesting, crazy world. Right? Or like a manga or a novel that was already written that's like just story is just good, right?
No spoilers at all. The reason why Studio Trigger killed that show so good though is because the way they world builded was they showed, they didn't tell.
Yeah.
So many animes are like, that's why I like it so much, because it just showed you. It was like, we're not going to explain anything.
Yeah, I did notice that.
But just the environment alone will tell you what type of world and lifestyle these characters live in.
Yeah,
without even saying a single word.
Because you know, in some
I
animes,
love that.
Some animes they do this trick I've noticed over the years where like they have a character talking to each other, and that third party character, they explain everything through a conversation, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
And then it's almost like they're aware of
effect.
Yeah, they're aware of an external viewer like myself, and they have to explain it through the conversation. It's a thing that it's a tool that sometime anime uses to make you better understand the world, right? And every time I hear or see it, I'm just like, oh, this is what they're doing. Like, honestly, if I was within this world, I don't need to know this information. But
right. But they're saying it for that backstory, yeah.
But yeah, exactly. But Edge Runner, yeah, I noticed in the very beginning, without like spoilers, they didn't have any of that. So I was kind of confused, but I still liked it because I'm like, yo, they're not holding my hand. What's going on? It's just crazy. Like that was pretty epic. Yeah, I completely agree. Good visuals.
Interesting.
For those of you who are interested in watching it, though, it's very mature anime, so keep that in mind.
Very, very. Listen, do not. If you're with your parents, do not watch the show with your parents around.
Yeah.
I am like, don't do it. All right, like,
yo, he's so serious.
Yeah.
Damn.
If they walk in at the wrong moment, you're done. That's it. You need to. Good luck with the conversation. Let me know if that happens, though, how that goes in the comments, because that would be
Yeah, it
I
would
mean,
be a great read.
it seems like there's, I mean, we were talking about like how there's like, you know, animes that kind of like have this hype like all throughout. Maybe that's why anime movies are becoming a thing lately. Like it's just like it's just hype all around,
Yeah.
and then it ends and it's like perfect and it's complete. Which reminds me, Promare is a movie that's also done by Studio Trigger, and I think it's also set in like a city setting. It's actually inspired by New York, and they eat pizza. It's pretty cool.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I
and
need to
it's-
see this.
It
Okay.
is very hype. It's like literally hype. And like music is insane. And they just kind of like, it's hype all throughout. Like you kind of just like go in and then you come out and you're like, poof. Like, I don't know what I just watched, but that was amazing.
is it. What's it called?
Promare.
That sounds.
Promare.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
These words, they sound so sophisticated, but
Yeah.
it's so simple to spell. It's like I listen,
Yeah.
I hear a French word, and I'm like, okay, that sounds crazy to try to figure out how to write it. But then you write it, and you're like, oh, you just sound very cool and sophisticated when you say it. But
Mhm.
is this a movie for anime that exists, or just a movie by itself?
It is a movie by itself. It's a standalone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what makes it super cool.
Huh.
Yeah,
I know
and
that-
it always does amazing in the box office every time.
Oh, they
it
have
comes to
multiple?
US.
Or
No,
it's the
there's
same
just one.
movie. They just play it in the box office every now and then.
Like
Yeah,
reshows.
yeah,
Got it.
literally.
Damn. Okay.
People literally come in like it's a K-pop concert. They come in with light
Wow.
sticks, and then my friends are at the back printing out stickers to give everybody who are coming into the movie theaters. It's like a whole experience. It's crazy.
Yo, I've never heard about this anime.
Yeah,
be
no,
honest.
I mean,
So
I actually have to check
So
it. It's
good.
Studio Trigger too. They don't disappoint at all.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
So yeah. Oh my god. There's like giant motorcycles. There's like
Oh, that sounds
vehicles, and then it goes full Evangelion at the end. And okay, spoiler, not really, but it's just like Trigger can't do that wrong. So you know,
Hell
you have to
yeah.
watch it.
Probably watch this tonight. Actually,
Do it. Do it.
I did.
So
I
good.
noticed that there is a anime movie market that
Mhm.
like doesn't just like Premiere. I guess movies that has nothing to do with like a series that's ongoing. It's just the standalone by themselves.
Mhm.
And from what I remember, I've seen few, and they were majority of the time pretty good. And then I kind of wish there was like a series revolving around it, but sometimes they don't.
Right. It's like you grow attached, and you're like, I can't just live without an hour and like 20
Yeah.
minutes. Of
Yeah.
this.
It's like,
Yeah.
make a full season. Come on. I felt that several times, but okay, yeah, I'll check this out.
Mhm.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
New York City
Yeah.
eating pizza, motorcycles. I'm down.
Mm-hmm. It's really cool. It's about like
So-
firefighting. So,
Oh.
Speaking of anime,
Mhm.
top 3 anime. Go.
Island, take it away.
Dude, this is about to turn into a 6-hour podcast.
Top three.
Bro,
That's
Like
hard.
immediately in your head.
Okay. So like, let's remove top 3. What are some of your favorite animes? Just
Okay,
like
we're
the first
actually
one-
going to be here for 6
first-
hours.
First one's all
It gets
kind of
worse.
pop in your head.
No, you need to set a cap or else he's never going to stop.
I say this all the time, and it's a very niche
Okay.
anime.
Okay.
Everybody I talk to,
Steins Gate?
90% of the people I talk to about this anime, they don't know what it is. It's a slice of life anime, which is surprising. But slice of life animes are very good. Like
Okay.
they're a very good one. It's called Aria Animation. Aria the Animation. And
Aria, the animation.
and it's very slice of life. It's not much action at all. It's all about the feels of like friends and family kind of thing. And it's the setting of the anime is in like New Venice. It's not even on Earth. New Venice being like a planet that's similar to Earth, but
Ah.
they have like gondolas and stuff. Basically, it's just like a very cool slice of life. You're in the world of this place where they're living in, and you're kind of like on a journey with them through the anime.
Interesting.
They have like 3 to 4
Interesting.
seasons. Again, this is gonna be a long conversation if I don't. It's pretty old, but I cry watching it because it was so it pulls on your heartstrings a lot. Not in like a forced emotional way, but just because after like a season or two, you get so invested in these characters from their personality that any hardships they go through, you're just like, I can't believe this is happening. And then any like happiness that's going on, you're like, I'm so happy for this character. It's that kind of an anime.
That's awesome.
That's a niche anime that I always have in my heart that is one of my favorite. It's not a lot of mainstream involved or anything, but it is out there and it is rated pretty high considering. Just old and not a lot of press around it. Other two, Fullmetal Alchemist. I don't know if that's too mainstream.
No,
a lot of people like it. A lot of people.
Don't like pick something or like not pick something just because you think it's basic or mainstream.
Facts.
You know?
Just Fullmetal Alchemist. The story is crafted to perfection. I felt. I mean, if for those of you who've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Andrew has no idea what I'm talking about because he hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen it, but I do know, no spoilers, that Honkai takes a lot of inspiration from Fullmetal Alchemist in their story.
Does it?
Actually.
Who told you this?
Really?
No, they quite literally use almost the same exact imagery. Go look at Second Eruption and the White Room.
Oh, you're talking about the god of... Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like, there's a ton of other references too, but yeah.
Like the will of Honkai and then the god of Fullmetal Alchemist. That I understand, right? Fullmetal Alchemist is very good. And then if I were to pick a third one, I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna pick an anime from more recent times. Damn. I mean, just because of recency bias, Spy Family.
I knew it.
Because I actually really like slice of life a lot.
Respect. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You seem like a slice of life, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
next
good.
person. Next person, go.
It's our next slice of life arc island is you and me in Japan.
You keep saying this like this is gonna happen. I can't.
You gotta put it out into the universe so it happens, okay?
All right.
I'm so excited. Dude, I cannot wait to go, man. The coffee, the food. We're close to Korea. Maybe we can fly to Korea right after we hit up Japan, you know?
Yeah, okay, bro. We'll talk about this another time in another podcast. This is just ridiculous. Feng, top 3 anime, go.
Oh, lordy. I mean... come on. One Piece. I can't.
Really? So you are a huge One Piece fan?
I am.
Who's your favorite character?
Nami. I don't know.
I'll give you 10 seconds. I'll give you 10 seconds to think about it instead of putting you on the spot. Who is your favorite character in One Piece?
Nami.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Nami. I mean, honestly, she's hot.
Okay, yeah. All right.
True.
I literally grew up like looking up to her. I'm like, I need to be her when I grow up. But she's just so strong. And she's very like she has this like
very strong-willed.
Yeah, she like lives with this like gaslight gatekeep girl boss energy, but she's very, very caring at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, and it really shows through like when times come and like she like really needs to do things for her crew members, she will do it. But normally she like beats everyone's ass. So I love that. Yeah.
Yo, how many times did you cry watching One Piece?
Let's not talk about it.
I cried a lot. I cried a lot.
Listen.
You watch One Piece too? I'm the only guy like, oh, okay. What?
Listen. Every single crew member in the Straw Hats crew, which is like the main crew, right? Every single crew member has a sad backstory.
Yeah.
Every single one of them has their sad backstory played out within like 20 to 30 episodes. And you just cry throughout the entire like 20 to 30 episodes.
I haven't seen the show, but I know a little bit about some of the characters. Dude, Zoro is just...
Good chat.
What? I don't even watch the show, but the few clips that I've seen, this dude, the amount of respect for this man, dude,
it's pretty awesome.
Like the ultimate bro right there.
That's daddy. Anyways, okay, but yeah.
Okay, moving on. Your second favorite. I mean, unless you want to expand on this One Piece.
No, I'm down. Please.
No, we're actually gonna be here all day.
All right.
Second one, I was actually looking at it. Second and third would be Mob Psycho, and then Violet Evergarden.
Okay. Life Cycle I liked. I watched. It was pretty good.
Violet
awesome.
Evergarden's very slice of lifey. I think you'll like it. Yeah.
I haven't seen it actually because I heard it was really sad. And that's the only reason why I haven't seen it.
That expression was killer.
Oh boy.
That was like dead inside.
Let me tell you.
My fiance suggested it that we watch it together. I asked her, is it a sad anime? She's like, I think so. And I'm like, okay, we gotta leave this for now. We'll come back to revisit this because if it's sad and you're telling me it's sad, then it's probably really sad. So,
oh my god,
Mob Psycho though, I've seen it. It was suggested to me, and I seen it. I was just like, whoa, this thing's crazy! Like, what is this? This is so cool. Is there a particular reason why you like it?
Yeah. Season 3 actually comes out today. If you guys want to watch it, go watch it. Okay. It's actually because I think there's a lot more in Mob Psycho that a lot of people don't get or don't see. It's created by the same person that created One Punch Man, first of all. So, it's already pretty yeah. So he knows how to build hype. He knows how to make, jokes. He knows how to be witty and stuff. Mob Psycho seems like that little favorite child away from One Punch Man, where he really pours his wisdom into, and you don't really see that because half the time the characters are just being stupid. But when they really switch up and they're really at a life-threatening moment, the things they say hit you so hard. It actually I feel like it changed my life in a way. I don't know. There's just things that happen. The thing is, everybody who watches Mob Psycho, especially within the first 2 episodes, they will be like, "Oh, the art is ugly. I don't really like the animation." Yeah, it's it's weird. It's right. Yeah. So see, it's weird. It's strange. But once you go past that, you kind of realize there's a rawness to it, and that's why the animators do it the way they do. And there are places or scenes where they polish the fuck up, and that's when you really see things go crazy, and then that's when the hype builds up. It's insane. So yeah, I like it a lot, and it teaches me a lot about life and living, and
it's crazy to me that I think a lot of people also relate to this in some way or fashion. The animes that we really like, our personal top 3, let's say, or top 2 of our very best ones that we like individually.
It says a lot about us, right?
It's more like the people, they learn and they relate to it and they take something away from it. It's insane.
Huge. Yeah.
And it's just let's be realistic, it's an entertainment medium, but it really, at least for me, it helped me get through some of the hard times, which is crazy. And I think people, it's very same for a lot of people. Even when you say it, I'm kind of resonating with it. It's that's how I felt when I watched my favorite anime. Yeah.
Right.
Violet Evergarden. Without spoilers, why do you like it so much?
Oh my god, bro. Okay, see, it's crazy because Mob Psycho's art is raw and streaky and whatever. Violet Evergarden is curated, it's every single shot is so well, oh my god, it's just so well drawn. The composition is amazing, the music is beautiful, the movements, animation, everything is done so well. The budget is crazy. Also, it's by Kyoto Animation. Okay. So do I need to say more?
I've seen the visuals. It looked really good.
Yeah, it really just it was basically on par with Kimi no Nawa type, Your Name movie type of production quality. And I think I like it a lot because it's very slice of life, but it's set in a different, world universe. It's kind of I don't know, English industrial and just revolution style type of era. And it tells a story, but it tells a story with in every episode it tells a different story while it's telling the main story. So you kind of see the main character grow as they experience other people's stories and kind of help them fix things.
I always like that.
Yeah.
I always like how they do that. Okay.
And well, the thing is the main character is also they have a really sad backstory, and you kind of like you're just kind of there like saying like seeing how broken they are, and then they're still trying to fix other people's lives, and then they try to fix themselves while fixing other people's lives.
Oh my god, I don't think I can watch this, bro.
I'm like, please just let me hug you.
It sounds like a sob fest. Like I can't. My heart is just gonna die.
Oh yeah, it's even worse because it's like you cry your heart out like one episode, and then they say goodbye to that character, and then you never see that character again.
What?
And then and then like you go to the next episode, and they're like helping another person, and you're just kind of like, what is happening? Now I'm gonna cry again, but for a different reason. So yeah.
It's like
it's amazing
meeting people and parting the whole journey, like amplified to an insane level. It seems like.
Yeah, basically. But it's like it hits you so hard, and I can't even explain why. But yeah, please watch it and cry with me.
I wanted to. I'll probably watch it eventually. I'm just scared now. I'm even more scared.
It's so worth it.
Real quick. So this is the thing with the entire Honkai community, and you just said it. The same thing that we say. Cry with me.
Basically,
dude, everyone that's watched like a super depressing story is always like, "Oh, you haven't seen this show? You should watch it. Watch it. Go watch. It's great. It's fantastic. You're gonna be so depressed. Let me know when you're just
we'll
there,
talk about it after.
We can be there together.
You bond better with a heavy heart. Like it's obvious. That's why I like Honkai too, because I'm crying all the time.
Yeah.
It's almost like a cheat code. that people use, developers or like studios or whatever the writers use to get people invested. It's a cheat code, and I feel like it's unfair.
But the thing is, it has to take incredible writing to actually get people to cry, though.
Right.
Like I know a lot of friends who will be like, I don't cry to anything. I watch everything, but I don't cry. And then when you see them cry, that's when you know this writing is like actually good.
Right.
Facts.
So yeah.
That's how I felt when I was playing Honkai, to be honest.
Yeah. Dude, I said a line. I won't spoil the story, but there's a moment that happens and it's depressing. And I'm like, and it's dark at the same time. I'm like, dude, this is beautifully crafted. It's well written, but holy hell. Like, director, what did you go through?
Yeah.
Do you need a hug?
Yeah.
Like, can I make you a coffee? Good Lord. Crazy, man.
It's funny. There's a meme on my channel. We call it the chocolate door. If you know what I'm talking about, there was a scene. I'm not gonna spoil a lot, but there's just a door. It's just a normal door.
Oh, the door! Oh my god, bro.
I basically
make that an emote, dude.
I can't tell you the details, but in that specific moment, I never felt so sad in my entire life from a video game, because I can't tell you why, but I was shaking. I was streaming this, and I was literally shaken. I was panicking, and then I had to step away from the computer for like 5-10 minutes
because of a door.
Yeah.
No, this is
seriously?
No, this is actually like a very the way.
Like I wasn't even trying to. I wasn't even trying to milk the emotion because I was streaming. I knew this chapter at that time was supposed to be sad. People told me it was going to be sad, so I was like, all right, let me just like try to have some composure and just play through it. But there was
like
really 5-10 minutes during that door sequence where I forgot I was streaming and I was just pissed off and sad. I was
without spoiling, what makes a very sad anime with a sad ending, right? Sad and hard to deal with is because it ends, right? And it's just a sad ending.
A bittersweet situation.
It's a bittersweet situation. The reason why the door was such a
I feel like you're gonna spoil this. I feel like you're gonna spoil this.
I'm not spoiling. I'm not spoiling it. The writers don't end it for you. You have to end it. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And that's what kills you.
Yeah.
Because you have to.
I've never seen that in a video game.
Yeah, same. I was dude. Just even thinking about it.
But I mean, to be fair, up to that point, the build-up was very, very gradual and very high. So that was like that, end switch, and you're just like, I can't believe this. But that's that.
Yep.
You did top 3 anime, go.
Okay. So first, not an anime, but it needs to be up there.
What?
Have you guys seen? Have you? It's a donghua. It's an animation. Have you guys seen Link Click?
No.
Oh, it's so, dude.
It's so
good. Yes.
Oh my god! Listen.
I don't know what's going on.
This show.
Listen. I thought we were just talking about anime. If we want to talk donghua, I got you.
I haven't watched Evangelion, but from the way that you talk about that,
Wait. Can you explain to me what these terminologies using are, first of all?
Okay. Donghua is basically animation, but in Chinese.
Okay.
And that is the word we use for Chinese animation,
Right.
basically. Or, yeah, Chinese animation
Okay.
type. Mm-hmm.
And then
So, Link Click
Yes.
is the title, the name of this
The show.
donghua.
Yep.
Yeah.
okay.
And it's insanely good.
oh, dude, so good.
Can you tell me why without spoiling?
Yeah, without spoiling, the
I
way
can do
that it's like Violet Evergarden in the sense that they craft. So first and foremost,
True.
you have great shows where like the voice actors are killing it, or the story writing is fantastic, or the art looks beautiful, or the music is great. What makes Link Click so damn special is every episode, without spoiling, it is the most basic everyday premise ever.
I see.
And it's a different premise every episode for the most part.
Okay.
And because it's so basic, you relate to it because it's like the most everyday mundane thing in the world, right?
Mhm.
The way they craft it and the directing of every shot, the artwork, the build up for certain moments, the writing and character relationships. Oh, bro. It's like, yeah.
Wait, is this one of those animes where, or donghua?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
One of the shows where it pulls on your heartstrings. Like
Yes.
supposed to, it's like a bitter sadness. Not bitter sadness, like very sweet, bitter.
Link Click hits every note
Okay.
of emotion throughout the show. You know, like some shows are like bittersweet or sad or happy. Link
Yeah.
Click is like, what if we like explore
Just
each and every
combine
single
all of
one?
them.
Yeah. So one episode, it might just be a high note. The next episode might be super sad.
Oh
and
my
then the
gosh.
next episode might be bittersweet.
Sounds
They
like a roller
explore, like,
coaster.
Dude, they explore so much. Link Click, like to condense it in a sentence, is the exploration of how everyday moments shape who you are and what you can or could have become.
Sounds very philosophical.
It's very
Yes,
beautiful.
it is.
Yeah, very philosophically beautiful show. Very slice of life too. If you like slice of life, highly
I
recommend
see.
it. Highly recommend it.
Hmm.
China
Really
does
good.
slice of life really well.
Really good. I was
Yeah,
actually I was playing Genshin. I don't want to go into a Genshin rabbit hole, but like TLDR, someone was like, dude, genuine question. Dude, why do we like have these basic everyday conversations that pop up in the story
Yeah.
that don't move forward the story in any shape or form? And I'm like, that's a fantastic question. It's because it's not moving forward the story, it's adding more complexity to the characters.
It gives a sense of life to the game as a whole as well.
Exactly. It's what it seems so basic, and part of that is like the Western audience. I'm a Western person. We're so like I can say this. We're so used to like action scene, depression scene, and this scene. There is no like slow moments for the most part. We're a very like go type of media for the most part. I've noticed, at least with my first entry into like Eastern media, y'all explore like some of the slower, more intimate, down to earth experiences more so than any other media from what I've seen.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Link Click.
Link Click, so good, dude. 86, one of the second anime, dude. Like one of the best directed shows I've ever seen. Dude, the director of that show deserves as much money as like the artists, musicians, or he should be the highest paid director in like the anime. Well, maybe not in the anime industry, but one of the highest in the anime industry. You would like it so much, Island, because you appreciate the choice of camera angles or shots or using a perspective and they will switch up perspectives so damn well. Dude, just that's a show where the director takes center stage more so than the voice actors, and they do great too, obviously. But yeah, and then I'm kind of biased for recency bias, but I want to remove recency bias, dude. Cyberpunk, I just relate to it too much. So good.
That's fair.
Yeah,
we talked about this. We talked about this before. And how I also agreed Cyberpunk was such a good anime. But I'm telling you, the ending, I still can't get over it. Without spoiling.
Don't say anything.
Yeah, without spoiling, it's just like, the story was good. The entirety of it's good. It's just, near the end, I was just kind of confused. Like, wait, what? And then it kind of ends. And you're like, all right, that was good. But I'm just like, huh. And basically, I wanted more. I wanted more. But the only way to get more out of this series or this, like, the world was to play the game. And I was like, damn, I don't want to play the game. I don't know. People told me it got better, but like, I'm just like, well, from what I researched, like the game, it's more like an Easter egg to the anime, more so than it being directly related.
Directly connected.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to play it if it's not like, directly related.
No spoilers. I'm just going to say Cyberpunk encapsulates everything I love and hate about New York City.
Okay.
It's based in New York City?
It's not based in New York City, but that show perfectly showcases everything I love and hate about New York City.
I gotta watch
city
it.
life. The city and like...
how I grew up, especially my dad grew up, and the great and the bad. Like in every aspect. It was very cathartic to watch.
So your number 2 is Cyberpunk, Edge Runner. Yeah, I don't want to say number 2 as in like we're ranking them, but like your second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cyberpunk, Link, Click, and 86 would probably be my 3 as of right
I
now.
remember seeing 86 a couple episodes. I think it's relatively new. Didn't it come out like last 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think I saw it on my Crunchyroll feeds at one point, and I was interested and I watched it. And what was the generic storyline? Like the basic
military army.
Isn't
right?
there a girl? The main character is a girl.
Yep.
Okay, and then there's like a group of like outcasts.
Outcast soldiers. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
it was good. I didn't finish it though, but it was really good. Because I didn't finish it because it was like releasing by like every week. So I was like, I'll wait till they're done and then I'll binge it later. And then I'm just sitting here to go back to it.
If I could be basic, Demon Slayer.
Yes!
Dude.
Yo, hot take. I think Demon Slayer is overhyped. Call me crazy.
Crazy.
Now this
No.
is specifically because okay, I have no room. I will say I've only seen like 4 or 5 episodes.
That's why. That's literally what. Talk to me after episode 16.
I don't know what that
Literally
means.
talk to me after episode 16. Like I'm not gonna listen to anything you're gonna say after episode 16.
Okay, the reason why obviously my knowledge about this anime is very limited, but the reason why I think it's overhyped is because I've seen the first few episodes, and usually the first couple episodes are actually bangers. That's how anime works nowadays. And then it kind of like dies down a little bit, and then it starts building up again. That's the way I see anime as of late. The quality looked amazing. The action part looked amazing. The story looked very interesting. But after about 4 or 5 episodes, I took a break, obviously because I wanted to binge it later again. But I waited like a year and a half. I think that's how long it's been. Maybe it's been a little bit longer. All I hear is Demon Slayer. That's all people talk about. And I'm like, bro, is it really that good? And I was told in Japan it's the number 1 anime for a very long time. So I'm like,
I cried for the movie. I'm just saying, probably, that might have been an overreaction, but I don't know. It was just.
Okay, both of you. I know the basic generic idea of Demon Slayer because I've seen a few episodes. Why do you why do you guys like it so much?
UFO table.
That too. I mean,
Animation.
Okay.
UFO Table could get the worst story ever. UFO Table could get the worst story ever.
And they will still make it so
make it so damn pretty.
Yeah.
That you would still watch it just because they animated it, dude. Like,
okay, besides the animation.
The animation. I have a huge bias towards sibling stories.
Right, okay.
Yeah. But besides that, that is a show that goes super heavy into shonen tropes in the beginning, but then like at random moments they explore mature moments that kind of throw you off. But then it goes back to the shonen trope, but then it goes back to the mature moments. And it's like this weird ebb and flow between the two, if that makes sense. You get character development from characters that are extremely obnoxious in the beginning, or you feel like are stale. And then like, as you watch the show, and I think this is why UFO Table does a good job, like being the right studio for it, because they can keep you entertained until you get that development.
Right.
To where when you see the development, you're like, oh man, it's so satisfying to see. I guess.
Without being biased, it's a shonen anime.
Yes.
Right? Without being biased, does it have a hint of that complexity that you mentioned earlier in this podcast?
So much.
Yeah, 100%.
There's so much.
Okay. I think you seem like you have a lot to say about this.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where to start. That's my thing.
Oh.
For me, it's like two things. Character design, but not just visual-wise. I do think visual-wise, oh my god, Gotoge has done like the creator of Demon Slayer has probably created like some like the most iconic like anime characters, I feel like, especially in this generation. Like it's just so recognizable. It's so classic. You can just tell who the characters are so quickly. But not just design-wise, I personally think Tanjiro, the main character, is one of the characters that I felt like kids who are watching anime in our generation need the most.
Yes.
He is probably one of the kindest anime protagonists I've ever seen, ever. He reminds me of Mob, reminds me of Gon from Hunter x Hunter, reminds me of Deku from My Hero Academia. He is just like kind, but he's not kind till the point where he will let people step over him. He's kind until he like needs to establish boundaries, and he's like, I want to be kind and forgiving to a demon, but you have killed so many people. Therefore, I cannot forgive you because you have hurt other people.
Real quick. I just want to say, a lot of people actually dropped the show because in the beginning, that's not true. He's too kind. I just want to say, like, the beauty of that show is they take a very idealistic, kind, genuine soul and put him in a really effed up world.
Right. And then you see him try to like adjust.
Adapt. Yeah, he's trying to adjust and adapt and survive in a world that's not built for what he wants. Essentially.
So he's like that type of a character that basically is what it's filling the gap of what I don't want to say missing, but more recent animes. He's that character who is nice, that's going through a lot of struggle in the anime sphere, because those kind of characters occurred before, but I guess he's more recent, and the anime itself is like really good, so it kind of works out together, and that's why it's so popular. Maybe I don't know, because that character, they've existed in the past, but like, you know, it's a little bit more. That characteristic is very sporadic, especially done in a good anime.
People don't appreciate it as much.
Yeah.
Okay,
definitely. I know for a fact, like a lot of my friends who are Japanese or from Japan have told me that one of the biggest reasons why Demon Slayer is so well loved is because of Tanjiro. And also they really, really like, there are some scenes in Demon Slayer where you're just like, I feel like it's made for the readers to almost self-insert instead of for Tanjiro himself. There's some scenes where like Tanjiro is like literally about to die, like where he's like fighting a demon, and he gets up and he literally screams. He's like, "You can do it, Tanjiro! Like, I know you can. You have to get through this in order to save your sister." And he yells it out, and it literally becomes like one of the most iconic scenes from Demon Slayer ever. And then you hear kids in kindergarten like say it when they're like going through hardship, and it's like that's crazy. That like goes back to how we were talking about how anime impacts our lives. It's like insane.
a lot of shonen anime, a trope that kind of kills it for a lot of people that get jaded by shonen, from what I've seen, is it's like, oh, I'm so tired of the power of friendship, or okay, he goes through a lot, but he's always gonna get back up. It's easy for him, like he's just built for that. Tanjiro is like, he's not. He's not at all. He's not built for it, but he has to. Right. And he expresses verbally like how much he hates that he has to like get up, but he pushes himself to do it. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, it's like you had a terrible day. Life hit you. Maybe an emergency happened, right? Mm-hmm. But you still have to go to work the next day. And you wake up and you have to tell yourself, you got to go to work. You got to go to work. Bills got to get paid. I got to get this done. And you repeat it over and over and over again, and you finally get it done. That's Tanjiro. So it, like you said, it's very easy to self-insert for like a lot of the viewers. 100%.
But yeah, it's crazy. This show is like insane. Why? Like, I can't believe anime is like this deep.
Yeah,
but it is.
Man, I feel like I'm missing out, but it's okay because I find it actually really good that there is an anime that is very good that I can look forward to that I haven't seen yet, basically. Does that make sense? Because, dude, there were times when I was watching so much anime when I was a little bit younger, and there was a time when I ran out of things to watch because all the good stuff, I've already seen it, right? Same. So at least for Demon Slayer, I think I have, I'll wait on it,
I feel like Island has just been taking notes this entire podcast.
For
like,
what?
Demon Slayer.
Oh, like what I should watch next? Like right now.
Okay.
Yeah. It's so good.
I'll watch it eventually. I mean, I feel like at this point, if I don't watch it, I'm just missing out. Not because of other people.
Oh, you'll cry too. By the way, sorry. Sorry, I just had to tell you that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a different level of crying for me anyway. True. There's like the crying that I did when I watched One Piece, where I was crying because I wanted to like kind of help the character, but like there's nothing I can do about it. But it's just a backstory. You know what I mean? Okay. And then there's a level of crying where it's like, dude, I want to literally, like, excuse my language. This is a figure of speech, but like, go jump off a bridge. This is too sad. Oh my god, this is too depressing, right? I really wonder what Demon Slayer level of crying is. I hope it's rather the former than the latter, because that feeling of depression really does hit me pretty hard. That's why I'm scared of Violet Evergarden. I don't know if it's supposed to be a depressing anime, but it kind of gives me that vibe.
Good luck, my brother. Yep.
Yeah.
Like there's a sad crying, and then there's like, wholesome crying.
Violet Evergarden is like a mix of both.
So what about Demon Slayer?
Good luck.
Shit.
It's like One Piece, not gonna lie. It's very bitter. Incredibly bitter.
Incredibly bitter. 100%.
But it's like within that bitterness, the animation is so fucking good. You're just kind of like, what am I supposed to think?
And it's nice how like a ton of stuff happens, but there's still moments where they appreciate what they still have.
Yeah. Definitely.
And there's like a beauty in that,
I see.
It's like terrible thing, bitter. But then like they go, but I still have this, and I still have that, and they appreciate it. And there's like a little bit of a slow moment, So it does a pretty healthy balance, and I personally resonate with that a lot. So
yeah, Tanjiro is genuinely one of the most empathetic people like I've met in like the anime sphere. Yeah, I mean, my favorite character is Zenitsu, which is kind of funny. Shout out to Alex. Thanks for voicing him. Anyways, he is genuinely like, he's so realistic in like such a strange anime world because he's like a coward. He's literally a coward. Like the first time you're introduced to him, he's like, I'm hungry. I'm scared. I don't know why these people are fighting these demons. How can they just like go in there and like slash people? Like I literally want to sit here and just like run away. Yeah. And then later you kind of see him like develop. And he's like, I have to do this. Like I have to do this for the people I love because there's no other way for me to go through this. So the only way I can kind of go through this is like amping myself up to the best of my abilities. And then you see him like kind of grow and also like adapt a lot of like the empathetical, things that Tanjiro does. And it's just like, it's so, I love them.
I'm just biased towards sibling stories. I can't, Yeah.
You should watch Fullmetal Alchemist.
Right? Yeah, I know.
Very true.
I think because you play Honkai, you might really, really like it more than I think. I don't know. You guys let me know if he should watch Fullmetal Alchemist literally tomorrow.
I listened I listened to one of their openings. Yo.
Oh my god, their music is holy shit.
So good, man.
Every opening and ending for that series, I just listened to it without even watching the anime.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
So good.
Definitely. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I definitely I challenge you to go watch it. It's like 51 episodes long, I believe. I watched it like 3 or 4 times already. It's just one of those animes you kind of go back when you want to watch something that's like not lighthearted, but just the journey of like, characters that you actually like.
True.
With that said, if you guys let us know what your top 3 anime is, okay, in the comments, because now I'm curious, because us three alone, I think we gave 3 completely different answers, right?
Yeah,
we had no overlaps here. If you guys want to let us know in the comments. I appreciate it. And before we end this podcast, we've been going on for a little while. Question, sure. Anybody want to start?
Go Island.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh God. You guys should have thought about this while I was going on this ending note.
Okay, I can go. I can go.
Okay.
If you have the ability to reincarnate into an anime world, would you do that? Because it's literally like genre. It's called isekai. Would you do that? Yes or no? And if you would, which anime world do you want to reincarnate into?
Oh my God, this is
like after you pass away, or like right now
almost.
you gotta like.
I mean, right now too, I guess. Like if you would like to.
I watch so many isekai animes. I have a lot to say to this. Yeah, I watched literally everyone that exists.
ReZero, you just reminded me. Good Lord, that show.
So, if I remember in isekai anime, there are several versions. The one where you are reborn with memories of your past life and superpowers. There's one where you're reborn without the memories of your previous life, but you have some kind of power. And there's one where you're reborn, you just completely reborn, no powers, nothing, whatever. I want the best of everything. Reborn, completely retaining my past memories and having insanely overpowered superpower in an adventurer guild. This is literally very, very basic. This is like the trope of isekai, but I think that would be pretty bugs. And if I were to choose a class, I'd be like a magician.
Hell yeah.
Wait, but what anime is this? Is this Fairy Tail?
There's so many of these.
Right? But wait, so is the question like it has to be a specific anime world?
It has to be an anime.
Okay, so which one?
I would love Fairy Tail, actually. Because I Fairy Tail kind of died off. It was kind of sad at the end. But like from the beginning, I can attest it was very enjoyable experience in that world.
Yeah.
So I would.
And it doesn't seem like people are all suffering.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the anime world?
Fairy Tail.
That'd be a nice one.
I think it would be fun. A lot of friends. A lot of
earn your stripes. Yeah. I like that. I like that world a lot, actually. Yeah, that would be kind of nice.
What about you, Yudi?
Pick one. First of all, the question is, would you want to keep your memory or not?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, now would you want superpowers or not?
Oh, 1000%, dude. Yeah, hell yeah.
And
Where
then,
would you like to go?
yeah.
That's hard, actually.
Mhm.
Really hard.
Think real hard about this.
I like fairy tale. I think I'm gonna go with the same answer, actually.
Okay.
Not even like the power of friend. Like that's nice too, right? But there's this dynamic in that show where, like, as long as you work for it, you can work out a system that's good for your people and like-minded people without, like, overarching systems kind of impeding on that. I like that a lot.
I see.
There's like a sense of freedom with it that I'm a big fan of. So
Okay.
yeah.
Fairy tale. It just feels like a really fun world, to be honest. Even though there's a lot of hardships in it.
Yeah.
It's a very lighthearted anime with like a lot of heartfelt moments. So like I think it's pretty cool. Feng, what is the answer to your own question?
Uh-oh. I don't know.
All right, let's start it again. What do you want your memories or not?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't really care.
Okay. Do you want
It's like, if
superpowers
I'm
or
in
not?
Yeah. I mean, I would say, like, I don't know, like, to be girly, maybe the world of Sailor Moon.
Okay.
But then they all meet such horrible fates that I'm
Tragic.
like, I don't know about this
Tragic.
anymore.
Wait, I've never
Yeah.
watched Sailor Moon. They all meet horrible fates?
It's really
It's pretty sad.
What?
Yeah.
I thought
Like, I
it
mean,
was a
there's like
happy-go-lucky show. Whoa.
No, man.
No. Okay.
There's a reason why it's
Oh.
going on for so long.
I never knew that. That's actually kind of crazy.
Like that
Yeah.
franchise would never disappear. it,
Yeah,
it would never
sure.
disappear. Yeah.
it's made its mark, yeah.
Huh.
So I don't know, honestly. I mean, like, if I had to be annoying, I would like say an anime that like I don't think anybody really knows, but I would probably say Inu X Boku, which is a really it's a pretty niche anime, but
What's
the
the
main
world
character
about?
has a
What's the world about?
It's like there's like butlers.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. And the main character has a nine-tailed fox as a butler, and he's really hot and he's really tall, and that's all I care about. Okay, so cool.
So,
All right, cool.
So you're basically
Alright.
telling me you want to reincarnate with your past memories and superpowers, and you want your harem in this world. That's what you're telling me with butlers. I see.
Listen, the ladies are hot too. I can't.
All right,
Okay.
that's fair.
Yeah. Anyways,
There it is.
Stop. Okay, let's move on.
All right, my question. If you watch an anime, what is the number one thing that you look forward to? Is it the animation? Is it the music? Or is it the story? Or just anything in particular? I am asking you to just pick one, not like encompassing several things. So if you were to pick one,
Lord.
what is the first thing that you look for in an anime?
Oh Lord.
If I were to start with my answer to give you guys some time to think, to be honest, even though I like every aspect of animes, like music and all that stuff, the very first thing I look at is animation. Not like how it flows, but how it's drawn. Because there's a specific art style that I'm like I usually gravitate towards. And there are times when I watch an anime that is really good, but I kind of get pushed away because the art style doesn't really vibe with me in the very beginning. Sometimes there are instances where even though the art style I may not vibe with in the very beginning, I'll give it a shot, and then it ends up being like one of the cool animes that I was like, all right, this is really awesome, right? But first thing that I always look first is the art style, because the old school art styles, if you watch like the older anime, the art styles changed a lot ever since like the 90s, the 2010s. It changed so drastically. So if I were to go back to like the older animes, it's really difficult for me to get invested in it because the art style have changed so much. But if they're a good anime, then I try to push through it, and then I get invested, and then I like it, right? But yeah, art style for me. You guys, one of you, go.
Yuri.
Animes, right?
Yeah, you have to pick one criteria that you look
Directing.
forward to.
Directing.
directed.
how the show is directed. So like the choice of what part of the, because you looked at
so
a screen.
storyboarding.
Yeah, storyboarding, right? So like you could, someone goes to the grocery store, you could do the basic like perspective of the person going to the grocery store, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you can do the really creative perspective of like a bird that follows around the person that goes to the grocery store, and it's like this outside. You know what I mean? And it could be unique or it could be basic, but as long as the directing is good, I feel like that kind of brings
I can see that.
the anime
That's
together.
probably why you like the Edge Runner so much.
Yes.
Because without giving spoilers, the very first episode, their directing was very obvious. That you can tell the world just by looking at it.
Yep.
Just like how the camera was shot and like what you saw in the picture, like those kind of things. Okay, cool.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I like that answer. Feng?
Yeah. Feng?
Characters.
Like true.
I mean, like, I don't know if I have to pick between character design and like just the character writing, but characters. Yeah.
You know,
Like-
I'm gonna backtrack and agree with you and say characters. I like a good character that I really like, even if the show is bad.
Mhm.
If I really like that character, I'll continue to watch the show just for the character.
I've done that sometimes.
I agree.
Me too. If a character is good looking, I will keep watching.
True.
I'm kidding.
True.
But
You're not kidding at all.
Tell Butler.
You're not kidding at all. It's so genuine.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay. You did you have a question for us? And for any viewers?
Well, if we're doing anime questions, let's do what is. Oh. If you had to live, not isekai, but if you had to live the lifestyle of a character, which character would you pick? That doesn't mean you have the personality or their skills or their talents, just their lifestyle.
What's your answer? I want to see your answer so if I can get a better understanding of this question. Because I am a little bit confused about the lifestyle question, but if you give me an example, like your answer, I might be able to think easier.
Only people that no spoilers, but only people that watch the show would understand this because I'm gonna give no context. Island, if David had no hardships, but met the people that he met,
And that's the lifestyle that you would want. David
I
being
would
the
love that
character
lifestyle.
from Edge Runner.
the main character from Cyberpunk Edge Runner. Yeah,
Okay. I see.
100%.
Can I have a special power that they have?
Yeah, 100%.
I like-
that's their. I feel like that's a part of their lifestyle
Okay.
too.
I like special
yeah.
powers. This is so. I've already.
Wait, real quick. Nice from Hamatora. That lifestyle. That's the golden.
I don't know what that is.
The show is called Hamatora, and the character's name is Nice, and that's like hit Hamatora.
I might know actually.
It's a if you guys know Bungo Stray Dogs,
Yeah, I know that.
It's kind of written in a very similar way. It's a very unique type of storytelling. I love like his lifestyle is just that's the goal and that's the dream. So yeah. Also, his power is sick. Music makes him like super fast, essentially. Yeah.
My answer would be, I forgot the name of this character. Strangely, I am thinking about an anime called Turararara.
Okay.
I've seen clips of that. That looks really.
And the main character, it's not somebody that's super OP or anything. Because the whole anime is revolving around the cast of everybody and like what the connections, that intertwined connections that each characters have. So it's not like a one person is like a focal point of the anime. It's like each individual characters, they have like their own lives. But the reason why I'm picking the main character is because the main character, one way or another, even though they're not like super like crazy powerful or like they have crazy skill set, they have connections with a lot of people that ultimately leads the main character's life in a very interesting way. So like a lot of connection with a lot of different casts, and like they're so different, so many different characters, and it's based in a city where there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, but it's almost as if, even though it's a city, I'm like an introvert, so I kind of want to be in that situation of the main character because like everything kind of happens around me, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's my answer. Feng.
Nico Robin from One Piece.
Yo, speaking of Nico Robin, my fiance's favorite character in One Piece was Nico Robin.
Oh.
And I say was because she was upset that after like her initial story, you know, her character story in the very beginning was actually phenomenal. Like,
yeah.
But after a while, it felt like she felt like the writers kind of like put her to the side and like gave her a generic.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nico Robin, why?
Literally just, I mean, well, like, you know, like excluding the pain and whatever, like painful backstory, I can take that. It's whatever. Gets to be with the Straw Hats. Has the hand fruit. You can literally, like, how many hands do you what? Like, I can be drawing every single day. I can literally be drawing so many pages at the same time. Are you kidding me? I could be going to work, but I can have a pair of hands at home drawing. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, and I just, you know, like, she's living the life. And she doesn't have to care about money. Nami takes over that. Like, she doesn't have to really care about combat. She can just, like, fight, and she's pretty strong. She's just chilling.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And there's a simp on board. So she doesn't even need to do anything. Sanji basically serves her anything she wants.
So, all in all, you just like butlers.
Okay, no!
I mean, if we're talking about Nico Robin and Sanji's basically a butler.
Okay, true. But he's a butler who's he's willing to do that for free.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, and Nico Robin's so hot. Are you kidding me?
Okay, yeah.
She's insanely hot. That's
right. Exactly. So, yeah. Anyways, what were you talking about?
Yeah, so if you guys want to help us chime in with these questions, let us know in the comments. 3 questions, 1 for each of us. Just let us know. And if you enjoyed the podcast, let us know why you enjoyed it. If you want more podcasts, by letting us know, we will be more inclined to do more. You know what I mean?
Tweet at us.
Yeah.
Let us know. Yeah, tweet at us and let us know what topics you would like us to discuss. Because we're going to be honest, we impromptu came up with
we had no idea what this podcast was going to be about.
Yeah. We like hopped in the call last minute. We're like, okay, we're doing this.
Literally.
Island woke up like 10 minutes before.
And then as soon as I got in this call, Feng was like, I just so you know, I have to like leave later to go pack. And then I didn't ask her where she was going because I was like, great, I'll use that as a topic starting point. Holy shit, I had no topic in mind. And if you remember, if you go all the way back, the very first topic was, Feng, where are you going?
Okay, this was the play of how the conversation went. I came into the call, I'm like, hi. He's like, I'm like, hello? I gotta go. So like, I need to go pack. And he's like,
He's like, yeah, how long?
Like, all right, are we waiting for UD? Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of late, just a little bit.
Yeah, so if you guys have any topics you want us to discuss, because it doesn't have to be, I prefer, this is personally from me, I prefer it doesn't only have to be anything related to gaming or Genshin. It could literally be anything like anime. This entire episode is about anime, mostly. So anything
K-pop,
in this
anime fandom culture. Yeah.
sphere of, you know, the things that we like, the things we enjoy. Yeah. So let us know.
Let us know.
Anything else to say?
Subscribe, leave a thumbs up, follow Feng on her social media, follow Island on his social media and YouTube channel. And
same with UD.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next time.
Adios, sayonara.